Hi, and welcome to the Seated Podcast with Furniture Row. I'm Jessa, creative director and design extraordinaire.
And I'm Barb, interior designer and buyer.
And we're pulling up a chair to have a conversation about all things home and design.
Yeah, we're going to help you create a beautiful home, a home that you will love.
Yeah, and you don't need to be an interior designer to do it. We're going to be sharing
give them tips.
Yeah, tips and tricks along the way.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of that here. Today, we're going to talk about Millennial Gray.
Oh boy, this is Millennial Gray. Such a crazy color. And for so long, we used Millennial Gray. I'm tired of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that there was a reason it came to be.
Yeah. What was that reason, Jessa? Because I can't think of a reason.
Of what Millennial Gray is. Let's just get into what Millennial Gray is to begin with. And then,
before you do, though,
I
actually like gray. It's when Millennial Gray went everywhere and every surface was covered in gray.
The problem isn't the color gray. It's just when it's pervasive.
How it was used like this.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
So I think what happened is that whole homes were just drenched in gray.
Yeah.
And that's more of the problem than the fact that you have the color gray in your home.
Yeah. It's color drenching gone wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what it does is it just sucks the life out of the room. You know?
It just looks so sad. And I mean, there's really, if you go back to that, can you go back to those?
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with any of those pieces. Like those pieces are great, but it is just boring.
Right.
Yeah.
And we call it millennial because when millennials started to decorate their homes and buy homes to decorate rooms, they did this. And
I also think builders did.
And builders.
They're just like, hey, we've got this
is
deal
what we have.
On gray. Let's do it.
And they wanted it to be a neutral space that anybody could picture themselves living in.
Yeah. Can you picture yourself living there?
Well, I think it allows you to project what your personal style will be in that room. But at the time, people wanted a breath of fresh air. Yeah. They wanted just simplicity and cleanness and comfort. And at the time, comfort, among millennials was not standing out. It was being just okay, and not a social pariah, everything to just make you feel like you fit within the flock.
Yeah.
And but
so everybody's houses were gray, so everybody looked the same.
Yeah, like nobody can say anything bad about my house.
No. And now we need more personality in our homes. Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
I mean, comfort can be a prison. And I think this is jail. It looks like jail.
I don't want to go there. Don't send me there, please.
It just feels
scary.
It feels like it just doesn't have the personality and the oomph. And it's not a place where you walk into and you just feel cozy, and that's a big thing.
It feels very cold.
Yeah.
And I think too, Jessa, like if that were a little different shade or a different tone of gray, it wouldn't be as bad. But like this particular, it's pretty cold. That gray is like a blue undertone
there
or
are
something.
different shades, like especially in the living rooms, there's different shades appearing. It's not all one shade of gray, but it's all the shades that are chosen are just cold.
Yeah.
And look, I don't want to attack millennials. I'm a millennial, we're not
you don't live in gray. Did you ever live in gray?
I bet at some point, especially when I was living in an apartment and you just don't know how to decorate it. Yeah. That's what you do. But I mean, also there was a strong reason why we pivoted outside of just trying to fit in. It was like a reaction. It was an overcorrection from this.
Yes. No, I grew up in this.
This is what I grew up in.
Sponge painting. That was a thing.
Wow. Sponge painting, the Tuscan kitchen.
Oh boy.
That was, well, it's an open concept, which is maybe before its time. But anyway, it's a kitchen and living room combo. And people they really went Tuscan, and they had the 3D, the leaves and the grapes, and just lots of dust collectors.
Oh goodness.
Throughout
and it's
the
so
house.
Heavy. Like it's visually heavy. Everything's super.
Well, yeah. And I mean, at the time, I think this was the homey look, but this is where we grew up. This is, where we had all of our life experiences, and we wanted, I think it's normal to want to do something different with your life and how your interior design looks.
That's actually a cute room.
That's not bad.
No, it's not. The fireplace, it looks kind of cottagey. So I think if you just change the colors on the wall, maybe added some accent pillows on those chairs, a different rug, that room could actually be super cute.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it could be. I think the sponge painting is killing it a little bit.
Yeah, maybe so.
But anyway, so that's where we were coming from.
I digress, but look at that corner tub.
Yeah.
If you have one of those, get rid of it.
Yeah,
it's awful.
What's wrong with the corner tub?
Oh boy, what's not wrong with it?
Yeah.
I mean, do you really think that would be comfortable to sit in?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's
like, if we're talking about comfort,
use this space. Let's put a corner tub there.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. I can't imagine just like sitting in there and feeling like this is right.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's a reason. There's a reason for everything. But how would you propose Millennial Gray be incorporated into houses now? Because there are a lot of houses that have Millennial Gray features. Or like, you go in and it's all builder gray. So what are you supposed to do with that space?
That's a good question. And for the record, I like gray. I have a couple rooms in my house that are gray, but not everything is gray. So if you're, living in a home, you just moved in, you're probably not thinking, I need to repaint everything in here. It's probably already pre-painted for you.
Right.
And you may not want to go to the expensive repainting it. So there's all kinds of things you can do. I think you have a picture of an idea of the house you just showed where we came in and added accent pillows, different lamps, curtains. Curtains make a big difference. A rug. There's things you can do to soften or, take away all of that gray saturation in a room.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here,
so do you have the before of this one too that we can show?
Oh, yeah.
We kind of went a little nautical here because, it's spring. We're moving into summer. So why not throw a little nautical? And really, this room, like you were saying earlier, gray lets you think about, what do I want to do in this room? What style? And it is a neutral. I mean, gray is a neutral color. So you can change it up. And we decided here, let's go nautical.
Mm-hmm.
So, we brought in some warm.
Again, this was the before up in the top left corner.
Yeah. And really, I mean, that sofa is a great sofa.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. You need some gray in your life. You can't just have color everywhere else. There'd be chaos.
I know. It would be. But, look at like the end table in that first picture. Mm-hmm. It's kind of this reddish. Not really. Well, I don't know what color that is. It's kind of a reddish brownish color.
Right.
And it just was the one thing that jumped out in that room.
Right. Everything else was gray.
All of the gray. Yeah. So, looking at the stairwell up there, it's kind of a dark wood and then white. And so they've basically accented in two other colors, the dark wood and the white cabinets, and then all of the gray appliances. So with that said, it's like, okay, how do I infuse that dark rail into the rest of the room? Let's ground it. Every room, if you're ever in question, just add a little black to your room. I'm telling you, it makes a world of difference. So we brought in did you know that?
Things? Yeah.
I think it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like a little bit of
I could see.
black in every room.
For a while, there were like black picture frames and like black was everywhere. And I feel like we moved away from it, or at least I did. I like painted everything white.
Yeah.
But then it's like, now I feel like it's coming back because you need a touch of moodiness. You need something to ground things.
Yeah. And you can actually add moodiness to a room if you can't go through and paint with your lighting. That makes a big difference too.
For sure.
But so we brought in some more black tone pieces like the coffee table, the little end table next to the leather chair. And then a dark wood cabinet end table. It's actually a chairside table, I think. And then the nautical factor with those pictures. I know you love those with the boats. And,
boats.
A lot of us live in these homes with builder homes that show, have both floors exposed.
Yeah.
Not everybody, but a lot of us here, especially in Colorado, it seems like a lot of homes are like this.
Just like in housing communities that they're building all at the same time. Yeah.
And it's like, what do you do with all that open space?
Yeah.
And you got a window up there. Like, what do you do?
The floor to ceiling curtains are really like a thing I haven't seen a ton before, especially at that height. So would that be like a custom thing that people would have to do? Or do they sell curtains like that you found out?
Thank you for that question. Yeah. And we will put that at the end of this podcast.
Yeah.
Where you can buy these curtains and you can order the length and width that you want.
Perfect.
So you don't have to go to, these tailor-made, super expensive, in your local area curtains. So you could just order these online and just put in your dimensions and have them custom to your house. But anyway, I thought that those curtains would just soften all of the gray and break it up. And then having that little bit of a, plaid look to it lends to the nautical feel. And it adds a little dimension to that wall, breaking up all that gray.
Well, sometimes it's those little details that really help to focus on. Because they make such a big statement in your home. Like a lot of the time, curtains for me are an afterthought, but really when you walk into the room, that's what you see.
Yeah.
Or that's what you see first, or that's what you see really prominently. So sometimes it's worth spending the time or money on getting that piece that's going to anchor everything else together.
Yeah. I love anything that adds softness to a room, especially when it's gray, that's cold. Like a cold gray room. Yeah. Yeah. So just add.
How do we bring in the coziness?
Yeah.
Get out of prison.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then on the sofa or the sectional, adding multiple different types of pillows and colors, I think helps break it all up.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, which you love, are plants.
Yeah.
So
that's definitely true.
When in doubt, add some plants. If you are not...
Some life, some greenery.
Unless it grows outside, it can't grow in my house because I will kill a plant. You do such a good job with all plants, but you can add faux plants, fake plants, or real, your choice. But greenery always helps, I think, soften a room.
And that's the thing is like, I think there's some plants I'm really bad at.
I don't think so. I've seen all those plants that you're caring for.
So, but I'm just trying to put out there. Sometimes you just find the plants that you click with, and those are the plants that you need to have. Like Pothos and I were great friends. Love the fiddle leaf. The fiddle leaf loves me. But
what do you do to keep your fiddle leaves
alive? I think it's just like about watering them the amount that they want to be watered. Like I made sure that I'm like they want a decent amount of water and they want a lot of light. So I made sure that they had those, but I was really bad
Jessa, I have plenty of light and plenty of water and I still kill all of my plants.
There's one plant and I can't remember what it's called, but I named her Janice because I think that's part of the name. I think it's like the Janice Craig plant. And she was like really upset with me because I watered her too much and she had too much light. So then, you have to kind of correct for that.
Don't you have some easy plants? Didn't I hear you talk about that once?
Yeah. Easy plants are also really great.
What exactly is that?
Basically, it's just like a basin of water that you only have to fill once a month.
Do they guarantee the plant won't die if you go by their instructions?
I actually don't know. I think so.
I need one.
Yeah.
I think I might try one.
Yeah.
Because I've killed everything else. So
yeah. So, it's just like it takes the guesswork out because they're like, this is what light level that they need. And then other than that, you just got to make sure it has water. So they just live, which is great.
I have something for you. Because I know you love plants and I know you love flowers.
Oh my gosh.
And you like to like cut little flowers just like you did back here on the shelf.
Like especially things that we just find in the neighborhood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this is from a thrift store.
Oh my gosh. She's like, I think, let's see. Let's look at that. So that is unique and colonial, and it is beautiful though. Yeah, because
it'll go in your nice gray room.
Yeah, there's a lot of personality here. She's beauty and grace, and is she a plant holder?
Yeah.
Okay, so she has the basket. Yeah. And then you put the flowers in.
Yeah, you should put one of those in there.
Oh, and then it's like the plants live in an environment.
It's like she's holding them in her arms.
She's the mother of plants.
Yeah.
Actually, this would be good in my office because I feel that way a lot of the time. Like these plants, if I wasn't here, they'd die. I'm their mom. They need me. And like, this is a good representation of who I am at the office.
I love it.
Is the mother of plants.
Yes, you are the mother of all plants.
Yeah. Cool. Well, what should we name her?
I don't know. That's your call. She's yours now.
I mean, I don't want to name her Janice because then Janice just has bad memories with that plant that I killed.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll come up with something good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll think on that. Yeah.
She kind of, good luck.
What era is she from?
I think that's like 1950s, 1960s.
Like when it was made, but like who dressed like that? When? When did people dress like that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know that sort of fashion.
Is she Dutch?
You're pretty fashionable.
Yeah. This looks like Dutch countryside vibes.
Maybe.
We just, I just need to know her story in order to name her. That's all.
Her story was I found her at the ARC. And I was like, I'm going to give this to somebody one day. And then when I learned that you love plants so much and flower cuttings.
Were like,
I'm like,
this little lady, she's the mother of plants, just like Jessa. I mean, I don't mean to toot my own horn. That's not what I'm here to do, but that's just how I feel, about this gift. So, but should we talk about like all of the things that we brought together for this set from ARC?
Absolutely.
While we're on the topic of ARC?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And wonder if people know about ARC.
I don't know. It's like a thrift store that we have here.
Oh yeah,
in Colorado. We're based in Denver.
Good.
Yeah, and
I love ARC.
It's like Goodwill vibes, and
they do good for the community.
They really do.
They really do.
What's their main mission again?
I think we should put a link up and let people,
look
about into
their mission.
It, and then strongly encourage everyone to go to ARC.
Yeah,
it is so good.
Yeah,
you can find anything there.
Right. What was your idea behind putting this set together?
Well, that's a good question. I love these chairs. I think it started with these chairs. I love the color, the green velvet. This is the Julian chair.
Yeah.
And I was like, green's also considered a neutral in design world.
It is.
It is. Yeah. Green goes with a lot. And so.
Especially now. I feel like now. Yeah. Green is the neutral of the design world. Yeah.
And I think we just need to get back to nature. And like green is such a good nod to nature color. And then of course our wall paint isn't exactly black. It's like an off black.
Okay. Yeah. It's like a chalkboard black.
Yeah. So I just thought that would look nice with the green chairs. Love this round coffee table. What do you think of this?
I mean, I think it's really awesome because it's not like machine round.
Yeah.
It looks very hand whittled. Like it looks like if somebody took like a wooden block and chiseled out this table and it was really tiny.
It would be this.
And then now it's been supersized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this table.
I don't know how people do life-size whittling. At that point, I think it would be called woodwork. But anyway, it amazes me.
Is whittle even a thing anymore? People whittle.
People have all sorts of hobbies.
Yeah.
So
anyway, I love the table. I love seeing the grain of the wood on top of the table. I don't know if that's showing, on camera, but it is a really cool table. And then this rug just pulls the whole room together.
Yeah, it's like
it brings in the whites and the.
It's like a basic enough that it's not like drawing the eye. It's not taking over the show.
I
Just
agree.
Complimenting everything.
It's a good one. I love this rug. I've used it a couple of times now.
Cool.
And then the bookcases. What do you think? I mean, I love them. I mean, now those look whittled. It looks like somebody went in and
whittled. This is honestly one of my favorite pieces right now, just because it is such a hand-done, well-traveled looking piece.
Yeah.
It definitely looks like it has a story.
It's a conversation. It does have a story.
Yeah.
It's called the Rupa. Rupa bookcase. What I like is seeing the light go through where it's been, carved on the sides. It's just a neat piece.
Too, like different times of day.
Yeah.
The light could come through and hit it just right and cast a shadow on your walls.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I've seen the white version, but going back to the black conversation, I feel like the black really anchors the room a lot better. It makes a lot more of a statement because it is like whimsical as far as what the carvings are, but the black just makes a new statement with that. It's not like fairy whimsical. It's like I don't know. It's like a mature whimsy.
Yeah. That's such a good word. Yeah. Mature whimsy.
Mature
I'm going to use that. Can I use that?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have anything copyrighted here in my head.
The things that we put on the shelves, I just love that day that you and me and Kate went to ARC and we went to a couple other places.
Right. So you started with this base idea of like grounding pieces, nature, but then we really needed to bring the life into it.
Yeah.
Into the set. And
we wanted found pieces.
Right.
You were really driving that too.
Right. Found pieces make coziness.
Yeah.
They have a story.
It speaks to your heart.
It speaks to your heart in some way or another. But I mean, it's also good to have more polished, like, I love this grasshopper example, or for example, behind your head. Yeah. I mean,
love it.
That's like from a high-end home goods store, or the moss balls, or, like some of these things are more polished, but other
like the bicycle.
Yeah.
That one's from Furniture Row.
Right.
I was like, let's use that because everybody around here has a bicycle. If you don't have a bicycle, I'm not sure why.
Get on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know.
Go to ARC.
Yeah, go to ARC.
Find a bicycle there.
Sure. I mean, or you could go all in and get like a really fancy, schmancy, expensive one. But that just wasn't my path. But yeah, I mean, so you have some nice, more polished pieces with.
You picked out a lot of these pieces.
Yeah,
I love
at
it.
ARC. Yeah, just because you have to find some of the treasures and. And you're the designer. You kind of brought it all together.
You know what I really love? I mean, I love so many things that you all picked out and that we picked together at ARC. And what was the other store we went to?
Oh, was it called La Cache in the Wash Park neighborhood?
The one that housed the Children's Hospital. That was awesome.
So it's like
everybody good about shopping there.
Well, everybody that worked there was a volunteer.
Yeah.
And so then all of the proceeds went to the Children's Hospital.
A lot of those proceeds did.
And then it was just all antique, cool stuff that had been found in different ways.
It was like shopping for a purpose, not just our set, because both of those places like help other people.
Remember this oyster plate? I didn't know what that was.
I didn't either.
Just look at like all of the, I don't know, design and divots, and it was not a normal plate. And I was like, you could put deviled eggs in there.
Yeah.
You could put like, it could just like look cool because it's not flat, but apparently it's for oysters. And that's what the people told us.
Interesting.
I love it. I still want it. I love
it's on
oysters.
our shelf now.
Yeah. Sure.
I love the bird that you embroidered. What kind of bird is that? A crane?
I think it's a crane.
I love that.
What is the other word for that? Heron.
A heron?
Heron and herring get confused.
Herring?
Herring is
what is a herring?
Fish.
Oh.
Heron would eat herring if they had the chance.
That's a lot of H's.
Yeah, it is. It's just so, I usually just say a crane because it is just, the
most
drama
people know
goes
what
away
a
in my
crane
head.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's,
I love it. Did you think about this set when you did that, or did you already have it?
Yeah, I actually thought about this set because I thought, what's just a figure that could transform to different aesthetics? And I think the heron is really big right now in interior design. And
I do too.
Because it can transform to so many different looks and feels.
Yeah, it can kind of go coastal or traditional or
any
modern.
Place you live, there could be herons. Maybe not in the desert. I don't know if herons, I feel like they need water.
Yeah, I think they do.
But I feel like they're in a lot of different types of coastal communities.
Yeah.
Whether you're at the park and there's just like a muck pond, or you're in Maine. Herons, they're going to be there.
Yeah.
So I thought this is something for everyone.
I love it.
Yeah. And it's good to just have, again, back to the crafting outlets. Yeah. Whittling.
Whittling.
or embroidery. Is embroidery
popular right now? I feel like people are starting to make things again.
Steam.
Yeah.
It's gaining steam. Yeah. They are. They're making things.
Is it hard to do? I want to learn. I want to put one like on my jacket.
Yeah,
or
for
my
me,
shirt.
I love it. I can do it while I watch TV, but I've like tried to teach. Once I had a craft night where I tried to teach 7 women how to embroider, and that was a big undertaking for me, and I didn't realize how much emotion would happen as a result. And it was, some people really struggled with it. Some people were like, oh, this is great. And other people were like, I can't imagine how you could ever embroider and watch TV.
Were they all like embroidering the same thing?
Yeah. And
what were they doing?
It was a candy cane. It was like a girls' craft night at Christmas. And they really got tied up around the French knot. Some people just were like, I just don't know, and some people quit.
Oh.
So they were like, look, you can finish this if you want, but I'm not going to do it. So some people and then other people thrived. But it wasn't like a low key, like, yeah, whatever, we're going to pour glitter on it kind of craft. It was more of like a in-depth, but now everybody walked away with a skill, and it was an ornament. So they
like
can,
a half-eaten candy cane.
Yeah.
The ones that quit. How long did it take to make the heron?
I don't know. I mean, I come up with all of my designs, so I think it takes a little bit longer. But once I actually started embroidering it, I don't know, probably like 4 hours.
Oh, wow.
But that's just also because I'm like, you stand back and you look at it and you're like, I don't know how I feel about this, or like you have to think about your next move. That's just the artist.
Can you take this string? What do you call it? Thread, string,
embroidery floss.
Yeah.
Okay. So embroidery. That's the other thing is it just feels so formal. Like string would be a lot easier. Thread. People are really used to the word thread. I don't know why. We have to change the name for the activity. Why does it have to be floss? I don't know.
So if you look at it and you're like, I don't like that, can you start pulling the embroidery?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And I think that's what a lot of people learned is like you can just. It doesn't have to be perfect. And it's a good lesson in life for life in general.
Yeah.
Like you can just like pull the threads out. So,
everything can be fixed.
Everything can be fixed.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few things. Everything can be fixed. Yeah.
I agree. Just like all these gray rooms, they can be fixed.
Yeah. So bringing it back around town, back to gray. So I feel like it was definitely a way for people to clean up their lives, Millennial Gray.
Kind of gave them
and just like breath of fresh air. Yes. But now that we're like, okay, this maybe was too far. We want the coziness. I think you did a great job with your room of
thank you.
Showing how to make a Millennial Gray room or a builder grade room cozy. without having to do a ton of construction or painting or whatever.
I mean, we could have done a lot more, but just adding just some main elements, without spending a lot, really changed up that room. Yeah. But we could have went to town on that room. We could have repainted, but that was not the option.
Right. Yeah.
So,
I mean, I think it was just like a good baseline of what to do if you have gray and how to warm it up. Yeah. Especially if you're a renter, you need that kind of option. So
that and 3M tape. Or what is that? Where it's the sticky and it's like these little hooks and it's from I think it's 3M. And you put them on the wall so you never have to put a hole in the wall.
Command strips. Command strip hooks.
Is that 3M?
Well, they use the 3M, I think maybe. We don't know.
I don't know what it's called, but we could put it in the link at the bottom. But anyway, you could use that so you never have to put a hole in the wall and hang pictures. Pictures do in art, those things change up a room immediately. Yeah. Instantly.
They really do.
Yeah. Yeah. That and curtains, rugs, pillows, throws.
Yeah, I guess my toxic trait is I'm a renter still, and I put holes in walls, and I don't.
Do you know how to fix them?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's the thing is you can just putty it.
Yeah.
Because command strips a lot of times for me have caused more problems.
Really?
Yeah. Like, cause you pull it off and then there's just like a big chunk out of the wall.
I've never had that happen.
That's happened to me. And I don't know if I'm just using too serious of command strips because I'm trying to hang something too heavy. But no, I've got to live my life, and I'm going to put. I'm not going to go crazy. Yeah. I'm going to be intentional with the holes that I put in the wall, and maybe I'm going to like. Yeah.
So is that a thing? Like, do the landlords like make you patch the holes when you move out, or will they come in and do it?
I mean, they will, but then you have to pay for them to do it.
Oh,
so
that'd be expensive.
Can be. So I don't know. I've always just patched them.
Okay.
That's my move. But because I think it can really change a room, like you're saying, to just hang things.
I agree.
So I know that we have some people that could use help with their Millennial Gray rooms. I'm going to pause and bring up examples.
Okay.
So I can cast to the screen. But I want to go through those so we can give them some help.
And we do want to help. I mean, we're not here to say gray is awful, because we both like gray. But it does have a time and a place, and it doesn't need to be color drenched everywhere.
Yeah. So we're going to go to Reddit. We got to help the people. And the people right now, the people are on Reddit with their problems. So this person on Reddit.
Yeah.
This is in the Design My Room forum. And I'm just going to bring up a few examples from the Design My Room forum that we can talk about and help the people with. So this one says cave basement help. They don't know where to start. They don't have a ton of money to pay somebody to fix the problem. There's a lot of kids coming and going, so it's a high traffic space. Yep. But they don't know if the ugly fake wood floor is there to stay.
But for now, it probably is.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, their husband worked hard on it to finish the floors. And so
it's like a labor of love.
Yeah. So it's there. I think that there's a lot you could do around that.
Oh,
I don't think it's necessarily like just, change the floor or your room is going to be ugly.
Yeah, I think what I'm seeing is all floor.
Yeah.
So, definitely an area rug would help a lot in this space. And it would take away from the busyness of the pattern of that. I'm assuming that's probably not a real wood floor. It looks like it's either
like a laminate
or something. Yeah.
Which is great, especially for high traffic.
Yeah, it's perfect for that. Definitely an area rug would help a lot with that floor.
Yeah.
And
just break up the gray on gray.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Well, and that sectional, that's a great sectional.
It is.
I definitely pillows, add some decorative pillows to that, a different throw. You could even bring in some colorful, a colorful throw. I would pull that chair. Is that a chair in the corner there?
It looks like maybe one of those chairs that have folding feet and then you sit in it.
Oh yeah.
And it's
Those
like
are
a
pretty
saucer.
comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would pull that out of the corner and I would place it over here close to that other arm of the sectional. I think furniture placement helps with the space.
It's not like
just the
new
color.
furniture
It's
all the
of
time.
it together.
Well, it looks like it has an accent pillow on it as well. And it kind of is making it look like all one big blob where you can't tell if it's a chair or not. So if you put that pillow on the sofa or on the sectional, and then put like a more colorful pillow in the chair, that could be good.
Yeah, definitely. Pull that chair out. I'd pull the TV down, and that doesn't cost anything. That's just time, right? So I'd pull that TV down a bit, so it feels like it's all within this space, not this is over here and that's over there.
It's all cohesive.
Yeah, I wish I knew what was on the other wall. It looks like there's some sort of art, possibly a window up there. I'm not real sure, but the 3 perfectly spaced pieces of art. Maybe I would make a statement with those. And you know where that chair is? Maybe take those 3 pictures, pieces of art, and go up the wall with it.
Yeah.
Because
there's like
make it more of an impact statement.
Theme. They look like coral. You know, there's some fun color there.
I think you could add an accent color, on the wall, a paint color. You could repaint, but if they're not wanting to spend much money
or time,
just relocate those pictures.
Accents and placement, it sounds like, is really the fix here. And those don't have to cost a lot.
No. I would even I like a little bit of distance and breathing room between like a chair or a sofa against the wall. I don't like when they're shoved up against the wall. So I'd probably just pull those out just a bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely. And if they have kids, they probably don't want in my head, maybe they do, but a hard coffee table, because kids might be jumping all over that sofa. Who knows? So maybe, a fabric ottoman.
Well, it looks like they have the gray fabric ottoman.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Placement. Yeah. When they're not using it to, add to that sectional, use it as like a coffee table, maybe a tray on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Non-breakable tray.
Yeah. You know what else too?
Yeah.
And if they would just spend just a little bit more money, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
They could keep it simple, but a floor lamp, that would be so nice. Well,
the layered lighting is a big thing with me.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I love layered lighting.
The big light can really take over. So the layered lighting could be great in there and create more of a moody atmosphere if the lights are on.
Yeah. See, all of that plays into how a space looks. Lighting is a big one. Do you know what else? I love a dimmer switch. You can put a dimmer switch on just about everything and it completely changes.
Yeah, because maybe it's movie night or maybe it's like a rainy day and we're crafting and we need some good light down here, So, yeah. All right, let's look at the next one.
Alrighty.
So it looks like somebody.
I like that dog.
We've got another
like
living
a dog
room.
laying there.
Got another living room. And this is actually a really great example because it is an apartment that a lot of us see or a townhouse. You know, this is very builder grade, a very builder grade example, which a lot of us, when we say builder grade, there's nothing wrong with builder grade. It's just like this is what the builders put together as a blank slate for you to work with.
It's pretty blank slate there.
What, a lot of apartments look like. They're very clean. They're very modern, but you have to infuse your own personality into them.
Wow, you're putting me on the spot here. Like, quick, design that room.
Yeah.
But, I think I would move that bookcase out of the corner. I put an end table there, maybe a little lamp on it or a floor lamp. The pillows that are on that little, what is that little thing? Maybe a storage bench or something. possibly those came off the pillows or came off the sofa. So I'd probably put those back on, or some other pillow. Definitely a throw.
Looks like they got shoved into the corner.
Yeah.
But when you're asking for design help, it's like, well, put those pillows back, you know? Like, we want to see what design you already have.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just like, look, don't factor these particular pillows into the design because, like, I don't want them. I want them out of my house, you know?
Yeah.
So
then you could always add
new
different pillows.
But add pillows either way.
Yeah. And you know something else? See, we can't see the rest of the room. So I'm going to pretend that that's just a big open space over there since we can't see it. I would take the chair and move it away from the window. I love walking up to a window.
Yeah.
I don't like things
being able
like
to look out.
Yes.
Yeah.
So psychologically, it just feels like it's blocking. Like you can't really get to that window.
What would you put under the window though? Like, would you put anything there?
You could put like a little table with some things on it, but it's also really nice to just be able to walk up to the window, put curtains above it, and I'd mount those kind of high, you know, closer to the ceiling.
To the floor.
Have them definitely go to the floor.
That makes a big statement too.
It does. And then the chair, I would bring it out and angle it so it's kind of floating and facing into the living area and make it like its own little space there.
Okay.
Definitely add some greenery, either fake plants or real plants. If you can keep them alive, do the real plants. That makes a huge difference and makes it warm. Definitely a piece of art on the wall above the sofa. And you know what? I would give that dog its own little space. I would give that dog a dog bed. Every dog needs a dog bed.
Or a girl.
Yeah.
We don't
maybe
know,
a little basket for toys. It's like a sweet dog.
Exactly. And you can make dog and pet areas super cute now. There's a lot of accessories for organizing toys, and because, you know, dogs are always going to pull toys out of the basket or whatever that you put it in. But if you have a space to always put it back to that feels
you could train your dog to put them back.
You could. That could actually be a fun project.
It would be.
Yeah. I guess this person's main question is, what accent color should they use?
Oh, okay. Well, that looks like
what
a KitchenAid on the countertop, doesn't it? Does it
yes,
look
it does.
Like
it looks
a
like
really
a blue KitchenAid.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. And here's my other question. Would you choose one accent color? What is your thought on adding just one main accent color to a room? Because I feel like that's what a lot of people think about or start with. They're like, okay, what color rug do I want to buy?
Yeah.
And then you kind of have to design around it.
Well,
but
rugs are great because you can pull colors out of that rug.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. But should we be thinking of like, I want a purple room or I want a teal room? Or should we be thinking about like, let's find this establishing piece first and then pull from it?
Well, I think everybody thinks differently about,
you're right.
you know, what they like in their space. And clearly they put some thought into that KitchenAid because it is blue. You can buy those and you can buy a pretty generic color like a white or just all stainless.
But they like blue.
I think they like blue. So I would ask them, you know, hey, what do you think? Maybe pull that color in with some white. They have a lot of white in the kitchen, but the blue and white, I would play on that theme with them. Definitely layer in the green with real plants or fake plants.
Right.
Yeah, I think I'd do that. But to answer your question, as far as like accent colors, you could add several accent colors. It doesn't just need to be one. It really is up to what somebody wants to live in. If they want a lot of colors, then okay.
And like, then, you know, you kind of have to think about, you don't necessarily have to have all the same tone of that mint blue. It could be like different blues in the blue family. As long
pattern
as,
pillows. Yeah. Like if you're doing a pattern pillow, there's probably going to be multiple colors in that. Yeah. So you can pull from that. Or if you find a rug that you love, you can pull colors out of that rug and then bring that into the rest of the space with wall art or pillows or throws.
For sure. But your eye can kind of trail around the room by having cohesive colors that draw to different places, and then it feels all like one room.
Yeah. But I would definitely, I have a feeling that KitchenAid is is a pretty big deal with them. They like that color.
Okay. All right. Crafty, baking lady, man. We don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's look at a bedroom now.
Okay. Wow. It looks pretty sparse.
Again,
What
save me from Millennial Gray. Let's see. Just first looks, get your thoughts together.
Yeah. It looks nice and tidy, they made their bed. If you do anything, if you're just like, I got to get something done today, make your bed. Like when you get up and you make your bed, it just sets the rest of the day. Don't you think?
I think so. At least you have one thing done. There's a lot of
you feel like you've accomplished something.
Yes. Yeah.
And you come home and when you go to bed, it's all nice and made before you get in.
Right. So save me from Millennial Gray bedroom is what this person says. And the former owner of my home decided to have an all gray landlord special renovation, which I feel like is common for people. The landlord special with paint, the landlord doesn't care about your personal aesthetic. They're just like, let's get these walls looking move-in ready.
Right.
Yep. But it's very gray.
And it helps too with the landlord because if they're all painted the same color gray, when they go back to repaint, or if the person that used to live there paints, they already know the color and the finish.
Yeah. Totally.
It's just an easy thing, which, then you get that.
Right. So they do want to keep the vibe fairly neutral for resale purposes, but it's just too blah.
And we can't paint.
I think they're open to painting. It sounds like they just want to keep it fairly neutral. Like they don't want it. They want to be able to resell the house. They don't want the room to be like crazy wallpaper or like crazy bright colors or anything. But how would you just bring some life into that room without making it so blah? Turn landlord special into Barb special.
On a budget or sky's the limit? Probably on a budget.
So they didn't mention a budget.
Oh, okay.
So I would say the last two you've done are pretty budget. Okay. So sky's the limit for you.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
But using all the same, Jessa, come on. The first thing I would do is change that curtain rod. That needs to be, installed a bit higher, closer to the ceiling, maybe a few inches down from the ceiling. Yeah. And then further out.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely. And then I would put some pattern curtains on that looks like a sliding door. And a little trick that I do on sliding doors, because I hate them.
Yeah. You're not a fan?
Not a fan.
Good to know.
And we all have them. I have one and I don't like it. And I have it covered up with plantation shutters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah. So mine, you don't even know it's a sliding door until you go to open it.
Okay.
But anyway, I would take that curtain rod and I would go up and then I go out.
Okay.
From that sliding door. So when the curtains are stacked back, they're stacked back on the wall. So it makes the door look, it gives you maximum light through that door, the sliding door. And then the other trick I do is I put a third panel. Now this could be controversial, but I do it and I like it.
A third panel like behind the initial
in the middle
curtains?
To cover up that, where the two doors go past each other, that it really does cover it up and it makes it look like a window instead of a door.
Okay.
That's a little trick I use.
Interesting. Yeah. So you don't see the seam between the two doors, essentially, is what you're saying.
Yeah. It turns it into like a floor to ceiling window.
Right. Yeah. And when you say going up and out, you mean
with the curtain rod.
Perfectly frame the window or door. Go a little bit beyond the length of the window or door and go up above the window or door.
Yes.
Okay.
Usually, maybe 6 inches or so. It depends on how much space is between the ceiling and the top of that. It just depends on the spacing there. Yeah. If let's just say we kept it gray because we are talking about gray. There's a really good finish on metal that looks so good with gray.
Oh.
Yes. And it is gold or brass. It looks so rich with gray.
So what gold or brass accents would you recommend bringing in?
So like on our set here, we have these cute little light fixtures, wall sconces. Like that color on gray looks so good.
Yeah, it would really make it pop. Yeah. It's like something glam against something more matte.
And it warms it up. It warms it up a lot. And that's a really popular finish right now.
Yeah.
I would also turn down the bedding, like instead of it all going up to the headboard like that. And I think that's a headboard. Those might just be pillows on a wall.
Right.
So let's pretend those are just pillows up against a wall. I would either do a headboard there, or I would put something to define it as a headboard. So it could just be like a wood carving or something that creates the illusion of a headboard. But then I'd pull the bedding down so it looks, a little bit less stuffy.
Yeah, like fold over the comforter is what you're saying.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, so and then just pull out the top sheet and lay that flat. And I love a good ironed sheet. I know that sounds crazy, but there's something nice about going to sleep and your sheets are nice and ironed. Yeah. If you haven't done it, try it. It's like staying at a spa hotel or something.
Yeah. Adding not whimsy. What is it? That's the opposite of whimsy.
It's just
a luxury into your routine.
And that doesn't cost anything except time.
No.
Literally. And if you don't want to, iron the whole thing, just do the top part of it.
Yeah.
Or the side that you sleep on. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So I do that. Definitely I would go up with that lamp. So either get rid of that lamp altogether, put a different one there, or maybe do some books, whatever your favorite books are, just set the lamp on top of the book.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and it'll raise that up a little bit. And
there are so many uses for books and interior design. Yeah. So it's not even books that you read on the regular, but maybe books you've already read. That's a great way to display them.
Absolutely. Yeah. Or a box, that you have your little treasures in. I love raising up. If you have a small lamp, just raise it up a bit.
Yeah.
The plant on the stand, I actually like that stand. I think it's kind of cool. It looks a little bit handmade.
That is cool.
Yeah, but I maybe would move that somewhere. I need to see the rest of this room. That's kind of hard to see with just that one picture.
Yeah, let's see if they have anything else.
Maybe put it over there if you had the space close to that nightstand. They have outlets up really high on the wall. I can't stand looking at outlets at all. It makes me crazy. Yeah.
Like some of them.
Oh, that's the rest of the room. Oh, yeah. Okay.
We don't know where the TV is. Maybe they need a frame TV.
Yeah.
Or something like it.
I want a frame TV for myself. I love this thing. I would probably put that plant on the other side. Maybe it's there because of the light. Again, I kill plants, so I shouldn't even talk about the plant then. Yeah.
If he's there because of the light and he needs to stay there,
then he can stay or she can stay. Yeah. It looks like a shelf, a floating shelf, which probably made sense when the TV was there.
Right. It's like an entertainment, not an entertainment center, but somewhere for you to put your remotes.
Yeah.
It organizes the TV space.
Yeah. So let's think about that shelf. Can you go back to the other picture?
Yeah.
That showed the lamp on the nightstand. So now we're going to put some books under it and raise up that lamp because we're not going to get rid of it.
That one.
Yeah. So what you could do is bring that shelf either above the lamp once you've raised it up, and then create something on top of the shelf, or even put it on that little bit of wall between the door, and the corner.
If there's no TV.
No, this corner here.
Right. Yeah. But
I don't think there's a TV. Shelf. I think they've gotten rid of that. Yeah. So I'd get rid of
Get rid of the
all
shelf.
that hardware.
Yeah.
They need to get that down.
Mm-hmm.
Don't we do that too? Like we move things in our house and we're just like, I'll get that later. And then before you know, it's like 3 months and it's
You're
still
like, I
there.
never did it. Yeah.
And then somebody comes in and they're like, what? Why is it like that? And you just don't even see it anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
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 We
Don't
all
do
have
that.
those corners. All right. Well, I think it's been really helpful to be able to go over these people's rooms. What are the main colors you would suggest people replace Millennial Gray with?
If they just want to replace gray, but they want to keep it neutral.
Right. What's industry standard? That's a better question. What are the colors industry wide replacing Millennial Gray right now, do you think?
I would say it's warm beige colors, cream colors, beige has a connotation of being like pink undertones. That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm talking about warm beiges.
Right.
So I think that's our next gray.
Like a lot of
really
builders are starting to do that. But the other thing I'm seeing is a lot of green and blue cabinets in people's kitchens.
Yeah.
Do you think green and blue are like fun, personal, like as far as people DIYing things and doing things themselves in their house? What are they replacing gray with, do you think?
I mean, you can always paint a room green or blue, whatever color speaks to you. But if we're just talking, a neutral that replaces a gray neutral, I would go with
beige. Yeah.
Yeah. And cream tones.
Yeah.
Along that line.
I bring it up because I almost see the moss green replacing gray or beige at this point. Is becoming a new neutral, and blue as well, like a slate blue.
Yeah. I mean, slate blue is a great color. You could definitely paint a room that color. You would probably love it.
Yeah.
And it would create a really warm, moody environment, which would be nice.
I think paint and like furniture as well. Like we're seeing a lot of furniture that color.
We are.
Yeah. So, well, I feel like we've covered a lot on the Millennial Gray thing.
I hope we haven't completely, hurt anyone's feelings on the whole Millennial Gray subject.
The major question is it really out? And I feel like, yes, Millennial Gray is out as a color drench.
Yes.
Like traditional.
Yes.
Whole rooms being
gray
gray
in
thing.
Itself is not out. It's classic. It's
like
here to
what
stay
you do
forever.
With it. Yeah, of course. It's like the OG neutral.
I just learned what that meant.
Yeah. Anyway, Barb. So as we wrap up this Millennial Gray thing, I just have like an after dinner mint little segment, if you will.
Okay.
Just something to talk about that's interesting related to Millennial Gray. And it kind of really ties it all together. It brings it all home.
Oh, no.
Somebody bought the Home Alone house and gave it the full Millennial Gray treatment.
Wow.
Somebody posted that on...
I loved that house.
I know.
In the movie. It was such a cute little movie.
On Reddit. So,
oh boy, it's not.
Let's go back to what it used to look like. That's what it used to look like for reference. So, if we were talking about like what is Millennial Gray a reaction to, it was all of these goofy traditional accents. But the thing about that is, for the time, that was what design standard was, and that's what a nice upper middle class house looked like. And it
upper.
Yeah, upper.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was supposed to look like a house that could be robbed, but there was so much.
And it was,
yeah. It was spoiler alert if nobody's seen it, but there's so much thought that went into this set design to make it look Christmassy. They have that subtle green and red, and they just did it so tastefully in ways. And so there were like a lot of design wins for that time period. And, if that was translated to today, I mean, I think that's what I would have liked to see. I feel like you could even design around that. Like,
sure.
Some of those features, like maybe even the wallpaper.
Yeah.
Who knows? But to just do this, I mean, that's the epitome of what is happening. And what we don't like about Millennial Gray is it just takes all the character out.
It does. And it's not this is not awful, okay, by any stretch of the imagination. This is not awful.
It's just somebody needs to move in.
But it needs, yes, it feels like no one lives there. So easily you could add, you know, that's a big house. So you could add large canvas art. You could even, you know, make your own art out of, you know, make your own canvas art yourself with lots of fun colors and add to that space. And it would look so much better. It would really brighten up the space.
Yeah.
Rugs, I would add area rugs. You could take, if you looked at that other picture, the actual Home Alone house picture,
I'm trying to get there.
There was several runners.
It just runs away from me.
Okay. Rugs that are, you know, different various sizes. If you just put those into this space, it would immediately add another element, another layer, and give some color to, you know, an otherwise
I agree.
bland space.
We should take a moment to recognize the beauty that does come from details, you know, and the subtle little decor gems that you can have when trying to bring together a look.
Yeah, it's all those little
will
details.
all get lost if you just gray wash it.
Yeah.
So, anyway, just wanted to throw that out there, but we really love having everybody here for our Millennial Gray episode. And next week, I think we're going to talk about trends of 2025 and how, just like a temperature report on how things are going from the spring market.
I think that's a good idea, especially since we talked about Millennial Gray. Now we'll talk trends that they can put into their Millennial Gray house if they still, you know, have so much gray in their home.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, everybody, thanks for tuning in.
See you later.
Yeah, see ya.